Mm-hmm. We vibing, we vibing.
Yes. It's so smooth, like a jazz feel. I
Yeah.
love it.
My good people, what's happening? What's happening? How y'all feeling today? Man, hope y'all feeling good. Well, I know y'all feeling good. You know, we here. You know, we in for another great show. Man, thank y'all for tuning in every week. I mean, the platform building. I'm like, okay, we're getting a little
Yes.
traction, you know. So y'all know I bring y'all a resource. Try to every Tuesday, but if not, I'm bringing y'all a resource whenever I get on, you know. So we got a special guest. Man, when I first saw this lady work, she blew me away
No.
at this fashion show. I was like, "Are you serious?" You know, I'm gonna remind you when you did the Coming to America thing. Man, listen, I'm like, oh no, like yeah, she's something special. She's something special with it. Man, she's definitely a resourceful entrepreneur. She's a resource in her space. You know, man, I see she got different brands, and I just love what she's doing, how she move. You know, a very positive person. You know,
Oh,
you get
thank
around her
you.
energy always up. You know,
Thank you.
so you
Oh.
know, one of my good people. You know what I'm saying? So introduce
Yeah.
yourself.
I'm always a big ball of energy. That's the first thing that people always tell me. Like, when I first met you, you was just like so energetic and just your smile, your energy, it's your
Right.
energy. I get that all of the time. All
Facts,
of the time.
facts,
So thank you. I appreciate that.
facts. So I'm gonna let Miss Kyma Harris, creator of Queen Embodiment. Man, this will be a good one, y'all. Let her introduce herself, and we gonna get it on.
All right. Well, I first want to say thank you for bringing me onto this show. It is such a privilege to even be acknowledged as being a resource, because
Sure.
to be honest, that's what Queen Embodiment is about, being resourceful, right? I feel like, me as a woman,
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like, I needed something different in my life. I was working in a job, but I wasn't making enough to survive. Like, I'm talking about walking to work,
Mm-hmm.
crying in the rain because I got to walk.
Right.
But I made it through, and it was just like something like, you know what? I got to do more. I got to push. I want better for myself. And I know that there's got to be somebody else that's going through what I'm going through. And so that's kind of what it was. It was like in the day, I'm sewing, and at night I'm working, and I
Uh,
started to meet really great women, and they were just like, keep going, like, you got it, keep pushing.
yeah.
So here we are today, just thanking God for those people who was in my life to
For sure.
help even open up my eyes to the fact that this is my purpose.
Mm,
And I think
okay.
that that's something that a lot of people have to find is like, what is it that makes you tick? What is it about you? What is your purpose? And the fact that I had enough queens around me to feed into me, to let me know I was a queen, to let me know I was strong, to let me
Mm-hmm.
know I'm resilient, to let me know that I can do anything I put my mind to.
Facts.
That right there,
Facts.
I wanted to give back. My great grandmother, my grandmothers, my mother, my aunts, all of them, very strong
Okay.
women, very resilient. And so I wanted to take that and put that type of look, that passion into my brand and make somebody else feel as good as they made me feel about myself.
Okay.
So,
Mm.
it's
Wow. So man, that's deep. That's deep because I don't think per se like a mother or a grand, but well, I have heard cases where a lot of people don't get that support from them close family. Like they want. It seems like they want you to live out what they think, the way they think you should live. They don't support what your purpose is in life.
mhm.
So that's big to have
To
that
be
support.
honest, my mother
Mm-hmm.
tells me all the time, she was like, from birth, Like, she was like, once you learned how to do something, you took off with it. You know, she was like, that's always been you. When you learned how to tie your shoe, couldn't nobody tie your shoe. You know, I saw my cousin walking. I'm 9 months. She like, you saw her walking, you pulled up on the table, you start walking, you didn't sit down. You know, so it's just, I guess it's just something that's in me. Like, I always want to go. I always want to grow. I always want to do something. So my mother watered that. I danced, you know, she was at all the recitals, all of the big programs that I did. She used to tell me all the time, girl, stop dancing. And I'd be in a grocery store. I got booked twice like that. You know, it's just, you know, when you have somebody though that is there, because she did, she was there, she pushed. And then when I was like, okay, mom, changing directions, this is what I want to do. She like, okay, but I'm a support, you know. And then, okay, Ma, look, I know you done paid this money to go to college for this, but now I want to go to school for this. So, you know, she's been there. She went with me to New York. You know what I mean? Wow. Yes, she was right there, front row and center as my garments walked. That meant everything to me. Oh, that meant everything to me. That's my biggest supporter, for real, for real.
That's dope. Okay. So, okay. Well, you explained a little bit of childhood, but we're finna go back a little bit. So, did you know growing up that you would be, well, first off, where are you from? What city and state?
Gary, Indiana.
Oh, okay. GI in the building, huh?
Gary, Indiana, baby.
Okay. Born and raised?
Born and raised.
Okay, got you. Okay. So, how was it growing up in Gary?
Ooh. I ain't gonna lie, growing up in Gary was fun for me. Growing up in Gary was fun for me because I have a huge family, and both my mom and my dad's side of the family are amazing. And we always got together for holidays, birthday parties, Christmas parties, family reunions, random vacations. Like, my family is huge. So we was lit. If we didn't have nobody else, we had each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. So
it was fun. And the people that I met though in the schools and growing up, like, I look around now, I just made a post like, man, I love my city because we got something special about us. It's so many talented people here. Oh my goodness. When I say every time I go somewhere, I be mind blown. Like, I've never seen these people, or I've never saw their work, or they top themselves all the time. And that for me is also a motivation, you know, with my brand. So,
right. Got you. So, your mother and father from Gary?
Yes.
Okay. So, So, you the Gary princess then.
I like that name. I ain't never heard that one.
Go ahead. See,
queen, so you can call me Gary's queen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Gary Queen. That's what I'm talking about. Like Gary Queen. Okay.
Look, let me stop. Look, they're gonna be like, oh, she the Gary Queen, huh? I'm just saying, I ain't no kid. I'm a grown woman.
So,
I'm in my essence, so I don't want to be called a princess, but I love it. I love it.
So, you know, you think of Gary like on a bigger platform. You think about Michael Jackson, the Jacksons, and their family. You know, but there's a lot of talent out there in Gary. I know some people out there. You know, Power 92 be out there a lot.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So, when did you get into like the sewing? Did you get into sewing young or fashion young?
Okay, so I've always been into fashion.
Okay.
My mother, my grandma's, like I say, my family, we're to both sides. Don't show up looking crazy because you're going to be the butt of everybody's jokes. They're going to talk about you. So it was something that was already there. Like, that's something you see just growing up in my family, you know.
Okay.
And so growing up, I always like to dress. You know, I always like to dress up though. I was a girl. I want to get dressed for church because I want the cute shoes. I want the cute dress, you know, that type of stuff. You know, outside of church, you weren't really going too many places unless you was going to a dance where you could really dress up, you know.
Okay.
And once I started really thinking about being in the fashion field, though, was when I was about 19. I was 19. Yep, I had all of my shoes. Okay, so look, y'all see it now. I got shoes and stuff stacked up here. I have sunglasses stacked up. Like, I love to have my stuff on display. So when I'm getting ready, it'd be like boom, 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 you know.
Yeah.
But my uncle saw that and he was like, why you not in school for fashion? And I thought about that. Like, why aren't I in school for fashion?
Right.
I was miserable. I was going to school for psychology and I liked it, but it just wasn't. I'm too always on the go, always thinking of doing the next thing. So for me, it was like, let me see what fashion school offers. And so I took a visit to the school. I called my mama like, okay, Mom, I'm ready to transfer again. I'm ready to transfer.
What was the name of that school?
Okay, that was the Art Institute.
Oh, Art Institute. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay,
and so that was in Indianapolis.
Okay.
Left there, came back home to Gary. We catch the train in Chicago. I found the International Academy of Design and Technology. Okay. And that's where I really got a lot of my knowledge of the fashion industry at. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you went and educated yourself, so you must really wanted fashion. Like that was it for you. Yeah.
It was like when I walked in, I felt like I was at home.
Gotcha.
All of the art, I'm an appreciator of art in general. Music, paintings, poetry, I love art, the architecture, I love art, Yeah. So when I walked in and I'm looking at all of these people and everybody's dressed how they want to be, it wasn't a uniform. It wasn't everybody's dressed in these because this is what the street fashion is right now. Everybody had their own opinion of what fashion was. And it was like it opened up your mind, like, oh my God, that is amazing. I would have never thought to do that, Even like when I'm still like that. Going to I was in New York at other people's stuff, like, oh my God. Just an amazement and awe of everything. That rush, that being around that creativity, that is the feeling that gives me the most joy. That's what makes me happy.
Facts. So let me ask you this while we're on this topic. Kanye West. A lot of people they say his fashion like over the top for them. A little bit too. Some people call it demonic. Some people call it whatever they want to call it, right? But me personally, I just think he creating whatever he want to put out, he brings it to the forefront. And if you like it or not, so be it. It is what it is. So how you feel about his fashion?
As another designer, I'm going to say we put how we feel into what we create. It don't matter what it is. As an artist, you put your emotions and how you feel into what you're doing. So if somebody put on my garment and they can feel that I've done my best to make this tailor exactly for them, that feeling, that difference in the posture, the flips of the hair, you know what I mean? Like it's people feel what you do. So if people put on your stuff and they feel amazing, that's what it was for. If people put on your stuff and they, they don't like it, it's not for them, then so be it. Because everything ain't for everybody.
Facts. Yes.
There's a lane for everybody. It's a lane for everybody, So
yeah. Okay. Facts. So tell us about your first fashion show, your very first one. And how did it go for you?
It was the worst, best experience of my life. The definite worst, best experience. For me personally, the show was amazing.
Okay.
The people who put the show on was amazing.
Okay.
It was me learning deadlines at a different level.
Okay.
Pressures of having the right music, making sure that your collection is a full collection and not just pieces because you randomly thought to make this one dress, but everything that comes out comes together and it looks like cohesion. And then it was all family. So I love that part. Okay. It was my mom, my cousins, even some of the kids that was in my daycare at the time. Because yes, I do have a CDA and I did have a daycare for a while.
Oh, see? Hey.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was a lot of career changing in the midst, but the love for fashion never changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. So was it a kid or adult fashion? Or just family friendly?
It was family friendly. Yeah. Actually, it was at a church.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It was at a church. Yeah.
Okay.
It was at a
What
church.
what was bad on your end? Like you just said learning. It was a learning
It
experience
was
for you.
it was an experience, learning the patience, learning the process.
Okay.
Going into something I've never done before. Because even though I was at school, I never like entered the fashion shows or anything like that. But I would do things like have the professors critique my work,
Okay.
things like that. Like people from the industry was there, to
Okay.
guide us. So I
Okay.
did do that, but I never really entered any of the contests or anything. And to be honest with you, New York Fashion Week was the one time that I was so proud of myself that I filled out an application, because I always used to doubt myself.
Okay.
And that was the biggest thing. It was like, I like it, but am I good? You know what I'm saying? Am I good enough? And that was always my thing. Am I good enough? But in this journey, I've learned that this is my purpose. And I've learned that I am good enough for the right people.
Yeah. Yeah.
My target market will come, so.
So when was Queen Embodiment established? What year?
Ooh, I started Queen Embodiment about 2 years ago.
2 years. Okay.
We are actually official this year.
Okay.
And one of the things that I'm very proud to say is I'm a member of the Indiana Black Expo. And one of our initiatives over 2020 and the whole pandemic was to connect businesses, especially Black businesses, mainly Black businesses in the community, to the Small Business Association, where they could learn everything that they needed to know on how to start a business, get an EIN, get the LLC, or whatever it was that they were going to do, but
right.
That's one of the things that actually helped me just coming to meetings, learning, going downstate, learning,
right.
And it's been so beautiful, like the way that God has unfolded things. Okay. Like I have sat down, I got journals, I write my goals, I write what I want. I got my vision board. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but look, I got vision board.
Yeah.
Got my sage. Listen.
Yeah.
I'm manifesting the life that I want to live, and God has shown me as I pray, and work on things within myself. He's guiding me along this journey, not just to help myself, but to be able to help other people. And that to me means more than anything. When you were a part of one of my pop-ups,
for sure.
This is something that I started during the pandemic, because it was so many people who didn't have jobs. Like everybody was at home. So we're like, we need to make some type of income. We got kids, we got bills, nobody wants to get kicked out of their homes. So I started, I'm going to push pop-ups. And, it actually really helped a lot of people. And I'm grateful for that. It means more to me to be able to do these types of things. Being a part of Indiana Black Expo, we giving out scholarships, at the end of the school year every year. We got the Halloween trick or treat coming up, October 30th, everybody. Okay. If you are in Gary and you know where the Steelheads Baseball Stadium is, please come out. It's from 2 to 5 p.m. Monster High characters will be in attendance, so it's going to be fun. It'll be something interesting for everybody.
You got any customs you created on custom costumes?
I am. I'll probably have about 4 or 5 of them there at the truck or treat. Yeah.
Got you.
Yes.
What was your first piece that you created? Do you still have it, first off?
I do.
You do?
My first piece I created for self. The first piece I ever created, no, I do not have, because in school, you got to go by that. You got to make a skirt, and then you got to make this, and then you got to make that. Yeah. It was like very basic. So no, I don't have.
Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
But the very first piece that I made on my own, I made my 21st birthday dress. And it was like Oriental style. I had my whole little Oriental umbrella and everything.
What?
And people still talk about that dress, but I can't fit it no more.
You'll get back in it. Hey, you'll get back. Hey. Hey,
Yeah,
you still have your first piece, huh?
yeah.
Dope, dope,
I'm
dope.
proud
That's
of
what's
that
up.
piece. It's still cute. I'm not
Oh,
getting rid of it. It's one of those things like one day
yeah,
somebody will come and need something to be like, hey, I got this. And they'll be like, yes, I'll take that. So,
right. Yeah,
I love
right,
what I do. I have a lot of work that sometimes I make and it may not sell right away. But
right.
when the right customer comes along,
Yeah,
they appreciate it and it goes.
facts, facts. That's what's up. Dang. So you got your first piece. What? Okay. What's the process of making garments? Like, I remember like
Okay.
back. Okay, so hold on. Grandma back in the day used to, boy, give me that. You got a little hole in there. I could sew that up real quick. This and that. I even tried to sew it up, but I just couldn't get it. I'm like, man, Grandma, you go ahead and get it. Mama, same thing. She sew it up. My sister sew it up. So I'm like, dang. So I remember them little things, but to make a whole dress, a whole, man, I didn't say.
Yes.
I'm still blown away. I still got this vision in my head that Coming to America scene, but.
The one with the gold
What's
mask.
your process like? Yeah, that was crazy. Like I've never seen nothing like that, and that's stuck. Like it's up. Y'all should
That's
see
what
that.
I can do when I have proper time and preparation.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
love doing stuff like that. I love the theatrical, the over the top, the just. I actually had a chance to have a talk with I'm not gonna say the person's name, but it was
Mm,
a major artist
okay,
from a girl group in the 90s.
okay,
Started in the 80s, but very popular in the 90s.
okay.
But she was like, from the stuff that you do, she was like, I could see you doing movies, because
Yeah,
I like to do very different, very unique, very over the top,
yeah.
pieces. It's not just something that the average person is going to go to the store and pick up to buy. It's more definitely, okay, I need something because I got a gala or a
Yeah.
wedding or, something like that. But the process of making these things take time.
Mm,
And that's one of the things that I really try to get people to understand because they'll call me like, I need a dress next week, and it's like, okay.
right.
The quality of a dress next week and the quality of a dress that I got a month, 2 months, 5 months, 6 months, you know what I'm saying, to prepare, to make, to take my time with it
Mm-hmm.
fitting and falling on your body in the correct way.
Mm, yeah.
I have to make patterns. I have to take measurements. I got to
Mm,
adjust patterns. Flat pieces of paper that have to bend and curve on a woman's figure. Sometimes I drape, depending on the fabric. If it's nice and flowy, I could throw it on a mannequin, depending on, the size of the person. If not, that actual person is standing here and I'm putting it on their body and we're having conversations. And hey, would you like wine? Would you like water? Would you like tea? Some sea moss? Because I'm all about that natural stuff.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what, you need
Yeah.
anything? How do you
Right.
feel?
Right.
And as I'm making these garments for these people, I get a chance to become a part of them, a part of their life, a part of that moment. Sometimes we cry together, we inspire each other, we uplift each other. And I pray on the clients
Mm,
that come to me because I can't work with everybody.
okay.
And I don't feel that I'm supposed to. The people that come into my life because I'm supposed to feed into them, or they're going to feed into me in some kind of way. The relationship is really genuine, because you're standing here for hours. We got to be with each other for hours.
Right. Right.
So as we're talking and you really understand, people really get a chance to understand me and feel my energy,
Mm-hmm.
then they be a little bit more relaxed because people are very uptight about custom stuff. They will come in,
Okay.
is it gonna look like listen, this is the first fitting. I promise you. Everything is gonna
Wow.
be fine. Just trust me. And in the end, they're in tears, they're happy,
Okay.
dancing in the mirror, singing,
Oh yeah. Right.
that reaction is what I live for.
Okay. Got you. Got you. So yeah, that's very intimate. I could feel
Yeah.
that. Like, dang, that reminds me like when I DJ, when I do weddings, I had that one on one with the couple, and you get get a
A
feel
feel
for
of
what
who
they
they
want, yeah,
are.
who they are and everything, and okay, they'll ask my input sometimes. What you think? Well, okay, well, I can kind of read them real quick, like nah, okay, let's
Right.
roll with that.
Because even for me, I have
Yeah,
to there's a compromise
yeah,
because my name is still going on this.
yeah.
I can't just send anything out that I'm not gonna be happy with. So
Yeah.
it's like, let's come to a compromise. What do you like? We sit.
Okay.
I literally do have consultations.
Yeah.
So we sit down.
Yep.
We talk about where you
Mm-hmm.
going. We talk about the date. We talk
Yeah.
about, how many fittings it may be, depending on what type of garment, or
Mm-hmm.
how many garments
Right.
that they want. I take them to the fabric store too, because I feel like when I take them, I get an even better understanding of who they are, because they're going to go to what they're drawn to. They're going to touch, they're going to tell you, oh, I don't like how this feels. Or, oh, this is nice. I love this color. I know I said this, but I like this better. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So just being able to open up their creativity,
Yeah. For sure.
that
Yeah.
that helps along with the process too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Got you. Got you. Man, so have you ever had a moment like I know we all had a down moments, but have you ever had a moment like, that's it, I don't want to do it no more?
Yeah.
You have? Yeah.
Right before Fashion Week. And people would have never
Wow.
known, because
Okay.
this winter, ooh, it was a rough one.
Okay.
Coming through pandemic,
Yeah.
I made as many masks as I could from day to night for a few months, and
Right.
then I was burnt out.
Okay.
Like when you're sitting there, you're literally sewing masks from the time you open your eyes to the time you close them, just trying to save people's lives, because we didn't know what was going to happen. We
Yeah.
didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to figure it out. Everybody was in the same boat. We got to
Yeah.
work, make this work.
For
And
sure.
so, getting through that, and then boom, nobody's going anywhere. Everything's shutting down. Who's ordering custom gowns?
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So it was rough for me. And I'm like, should I stop? Should I change? I'm talking about putting in applications from everything from UPS, Amazon. To,
Mm-hmm.
it was because, and I didn't get not one call, not nothing. It was because
Yeah.
I was supposed to stay in my lane and walk in my purpose.
There you go.
Every single time I've tried to leave, once I've started, because I started off as, my business name was called Crystal Armor. And
Okay.
that was about 4 years ago.
Okay.
But it was a big issue with the name and stuff like that. So I had to scrap that, and I had to literally go back and rediscover. And I had to rediscover myself and all of that. So boom. Now we got Queen Embodiment. Now Queen Embodiment's thriving, but now it's a pandemic. What do we do?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
So it was a little rough for me through the winter
Okay.
months. It was a little rough. And I'm like, am I supposed to stay here? Because
Mm-hmm.
what if this happens again? Winter will be coming again.
Yeah.
Just thinking all of these things. And
Right.
I don't know, like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
sitting on my couch, and it was
Mm-hmm.
like some time where I couldn't sleep. I'm
Mm-hmm.
up in the middle of the night staring at the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um honestly not in the best of mood, because I'm
Right.
like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to sage it and pray it away.
Yeah, for sure.
you
Hey, I
know,
feel you. Yeah,
and I
facts.
got to a point where it was like, you know what? I just got to cut off kind of like an outside connection for a while and be by myself.
Come
And
on,
in the
talk
midst
that
of
talk.
cutting out that outside connection
Mm-hmm.
and sitting alone, I'm scrolling Instagram, and it said, do you want to show at New York Fashion Week? First thing that popped in my head was yes.
Right,
Yes, I
right, right.
do. Tap here for more information. Yes, why don't I? And I'm reading through it, and I'm like, you know what? What do I have to lose?
Yeah,
What do I have to lose? There's nothing to lose from filling out an application.
right.
And then I get an email, boom. Have you ever shown at Fashion Week? Like, they're questioning, because me being me, I'm just doing what I like to do.
Yeah.
But them looking at my social media and
Mm-hmm.
going through and seeing photos and looking at my work, they're second guessing, like, are you sure you've never shown at Fashion Week? And I'm like, yeah. So, once I said that, they sent me through another application process, and they
Okay.
chose me. And I was at my friend's mom's 60th birthday party. We all running through her basement, screaming, crying. I'm got the ugly face, because I'm like, this is what I needed.
Yeah.
This was that confirmation
Mm-hmm.
that I'm
Yep.
walking in my purpose.
Yeah.
God felt me like, what do
Mm-hmm.
I do, Lord? Like, look, stop calling on me. I got you. You just
Right.
go do what I told you to do. Go be alone,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And that for me has been a major thing that I had to learn is it's okay to shut everything down and shut everything out for a moment. Because if you're not in that quiet space so that you can hear, so that you can feel, so that you can process everything that you got going on within you, you're going to burn yourself out. You're going to second guess everything that you've been doing. But in the back of your mind, it's like you still remembering this is for my greater good. It's
Yeah.
a part of my destiny. And I keep telling myself, God ain't gonna take nothing from you unless he gonna give you something better.
Yep.
Just keep preparing yourself, keep learning. I'm constantly reading, constantly watching YouTube videos, constantly finding new people in my lane. I'm learning everything from behind the scenes of the modeling, how to run shows, how to put on these productions, I'm trying to learn everything that I possibly can from every angle that I possibly can. And that has been, I think, the thing that's continued to help me be successful is because I don't want to shy away to people that are helping and teaching. And, some people get offended when you say something to them. And for me,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
trying
true.
to take more of that constructive criticism,
Oh, right.
understanding that this is for my own benefit. And they're not just saying this because they don't like you. They saying this because they do. They want you to
Right.
see it and want you to grow and want to push, So
Right.
taking that time to
Man.
self-reflect and hold myself
Mm-hmm.
accountable.
Self-reflect, hold yourself accountable, self-assess. Oh man, you talking my language right now. See, you done got me. So, because you know what? A lot of people don't understand what you just said. The self-time. The self-time. Listen, y'all. The self-time. I'm going to say it again. I'll say it 50 times. That's what makes you. You got to realize who you are. You can't be clouded with this over here, this over here, this in front of you, this in back of you. When you cloud, especially when you got kids, if you got a wife, a husband, a committed relationship, it's so much that you're trying to do and take in.
Mhm.
You got to really sit back like, okay, let me close. Okay, the easiest thing to close, like you said, social media. Let me close that down because a lot of us spend a lot of time on here.
I turned on my timer.
Okay.
So at a certain time, I know that I've done enough of this. I need to do something else. You know what I mean? And honestly, that saved me mentally, I feel like, during the pandemic. Because even the stuff was going on, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, all of this stuff is going on at the same time, on top of us worrying about what's next. Is there going to be a food shortage? Are we going to have toilet paper?
Yeah,
You
it
know
was
what I mean?
yeah,
Like, okay, so
yeah.
what do we do? And I seen that, kind of, I'm going to say everybody was so tuned in.
Mm-hmm.
They were so focused
Yeah.
on these things that for me, I felt like the more you read, the more you're taking in how everybody else feels. And
Yeah.
it's becoming a part of how you feel.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do was turn everything off. I would sit in my backyard for an hour and just sit and cross my legs and just feel the breeze and just listen to the nature and just feel the energy around me, because it was the only thing that was giving me a calm sensation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know when I'm sewing, I'm trying to get a certain number done by a certain time.
Right.
I know when I'm on social media, I'm feeling the hardships and the pain that everybody is going through.
Yeah.
So to have all of that, that's a heavy weight.
Yes, it
I
is.
felt like we all had a heavy weight and we needed to find a way to release. And the people that I found were the happiest were the people who had that time to disconnect, because they got a chance to be with themselves and not feel everybody else's energy and emotions coming on to them. Because energy is real.
Yes, it
Spirits
is.
are real. You
Yeah.
can feel
Yeah.
what's going on a lot of
Yep.
times. You could be in a room and you be like, it's time to go, or you could be in a
Yeah.
room like, oh my God, I never want to leave here. It's amazing.
Right.
Everybody's
Yeah.
energy is wonderful. You
Right.
feel that. You feel
Right.
that. So
Yeah. You know,
Self-obsession at a long time is
there you
needed.
go. I started doing like I had one taste of traveling by myself probably I want to say 2-3 years ago. And you know
Mm-hmm.
what? That was the best time I ever had by myself. Now it was
Because you
people
got to
there
do
that
what
I
you
knew.
wanted to do.
There you go. There you go.
You wasn't worried
And I'm
about this
like,
person, that person.
yeah,
Rest when
that
you
was
want
something
to.
different because I always like, okay, man, I'm gonna roll with this person or roll with whoever, and I'm like, this how this feel? Oh yeah, I ain't going.
Take
You
me
know what I'm
back.
saying? That's it. But I'm not saying I want travel with nobody else. I won't, but I gotta get at least 2 by myself. I
Mm-hmm.
take that as a new experience. I need that. I need that for healing. Like you said, so many burdens come our way. It's like
Yeah.
so I go to breakfast by myself, sit down, give
Wow.
me some man. Man, people be thinking I'm
That's
crazy.
how
Like,
people. I tell
yeah,
people that all the time. If you want to start
yeah,
dating yourself. I don't
uh,
care if you go sit at the beach, if you
yeah,
have breakfast, if you go to a movie, if you get on a bus and just ride it until it come back to your destination. If you
mm,
get on a train, take it to
yep,
another place, a city, a state for a
yeah,
weekend. Just do something different for
I'm
yourself
there.
and just
Yep,
it's something so healing and
mm-hmm,
rejuvenating
yeah,
in
yeah,
that alone time.
yeah,
And
yeah.
a lot of people don't have it.
They don't. They don't.
A
They
lot of
don't.
people don't have it. And
Yeah,
so that's why I be like, you got to make time for it. Somehow you have to make some time to get that recovery. I have a shirt.
mm-hmm,
Oh man, and I don't want to quote it wrong, but it does say hustle and it's an X. And then it says a line because rest and recovery are essential parts of your process. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like
yeah,
sometimes you're gonna be doing stuff and then God is gonna sit you down for a second. You're gonna be like, dang, I ain't did nothing. But it's because you needed that. And you
yeah,
needed that rest and you needed that time to prepare because the next level of things I'm getting ready to send you into, you
mm-hmm,
need to be ready for. And you don't
right,
know that you're being prepared for it,
right,
but you always being prepared for what's coming next. So
yeah. Oh
take that a
man,
long time. Y'all
woo, yeah.
go to lunch, go to dinner, hit the beach.
Come on.
Don't go to the bar because you're gonna need an Uber. Don't go to the bar by yourself.
Right. Yeah, but just that peace, like man, that's dope. Like another thing that really helped me, like my rides, like I want to say 80 to 85% is like I'm really riding to like personal development. I'm not really riding to music. I already hear music because I'm a DJ, like, and
A
sometimes
balance.
I jump in, but I want to like I'll be riding to somebody to say something so dope, like man, Jim Rohn, E.T., Les Brown. Come on, man. I'll be like, these dudes going crazy. And I'm like, to get to that mindset that these guys at, like, you really have to tap into yourself on another level. Like, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, I know, Sarah Jakes, women, you know what I'm saying? Like, man,
Let me tell you, the two people
mm,
that really, I'm talking about, dug into me
mm,
spiritually. I got a chance to see Sarah Jakes Roberts in Chicago in 2019
okay.
when she came here for Wow Woman. No, was it Wow Woman? It was I can't really remember, but I did
Yeah.
get the jacket, the Thriving in the Wild jacket.
Okay.
But I did get a chance to see her. But her and Michael Todd, he from Tulsa,
My,
Oklahoma.
oh, I know. Yeah, I know Todd. Yeah, Todd. Yeah,
Listen,
Todd will
listen.
be the
I'm trying
shit.
to get. I need to go. Like I need
Yeah,
to get there, and I need to see him in person. I want to meet him
yeah,
in person. Like
yeah, Todd.
he don't know. He be all in my business, and
Yeah.
I be like, get out of it. But it taught me so much about
Yeah.
myself.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way that he speaks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm listening, but I'm like, dang, I get it. The way
Yeah.
that he explains it, I get it. I
Yeah.
understand. You know,
It
and
resonates with
Sarah,
you.
I just feel like I always
Mhm.
got that motivate. Every time she say something, I be like, yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah. Sarah Fruit. Yeah. Todd. Yeah. It's like, man, it's some people. So it's like, it's that simple. These are free resources. Like
Mhm.
YouTube, everybody got a phone. I know everybody have a phone. Like
Yeah.
YouTube is the best thing ever.
Uh,
Ever.
I tell people all the time, you better Google it because YouTube will pop right up if it's in there
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
YouTube.
Right.
Watch,
So
click on video.
right. So that's like a big step in life. Like I think that's like the first step. Like tapping into personal development to starting anything. You know, you gotta have a mindset. Like I always tell people, like now I'm on the 50 right now. Get rich or die trying. But when I say rich, I don't mean the money. I want the wealth, the health, everything, the knowledge. I want it all. You know. So it's like I know now. They think I've been alone from a while, from like a year ago. Now it's gonna go. I gotta go to the next level. I gotta tap into something else. You know.
Let me tell you, that's how I felt. That's exactly
Yeah.
how I felt. Like that was how I was like, I need a new level. I need something different. I need to feel the love and the passion for what I'm doing again.
Right.
Like, you know, when you hit a certain plateau, you like, oh, it's this best feeling in the world. But then it's like, okay, there's also other steps. You know what I mean? So if you get here and you just happy here, you know, you find yourself complacent. And I find myself always like just goal oriented. Okay, I've done this event. Now what's the next? My friends laugh at me. They'd be like, you always doing something. You always got something going on. But that's because that's what I love. That's what keeps me, you know, moving. That's how I grow, you know, and level up. And then that's how I'm able to help. I'm able to be a resource for different people. I get phone calls all the time. Hey, do you know somebody who do this? Here we go. Another board. Business cards. I just got people's business cards here. This is in my living room. My business is it. Baby, this is my business. This is my living room, everybody. Welcome to Queen Embodiment.
Hey.
But I do my fittings here. When I have people that just come over as company, there's business cards here. I want everybody's business to be on. I want to help who I can. Oh, you need what? Okay, I have a card here for that. Take a picture. They take numbers. You know what I mean? Like that for me, even just doing the pop-ups and helping other businesses connect with other businesses. And you know, it just that gives me joy. The giving back part is like that's the part that really, really like makes me happy because I lost a house one time. We had a fire. We didn't have anything, but people gave to us. You know what I'm saying? I think that's when my heart really, 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 really opened up because we did not go without for long at all. You know, I moved into my house. People heard I was moving. I'm talking about giving me amazing, beautiful things here, brand new furniture. I'm talking about blessings, you know, and because I'm blessed like that, I gotta bless somebody else. It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be right. I have honestly, this is probably a part that a lot of people probably won't talk about, but I'm gonna be candid. I've gone broke throwing events, putting all the money into my business and pushing to do whatever I gotta do. But all of those things help so many people. And I was blessed in return afterwards every single time. Every single time.
Come on. I tell them that all the time. Don't worry about the money. It's going to come back. It's coming. But if you, like you say, when you do what you're supposed to do, all right, don't worry about it. Boom. Next day, I'm going to drop. He going, man, the Most High going to give it to you. Damn, son.
You just gotta follow him. You gotta know what you're supposed to be doing. You gotta follow that purpose. As long as you're walking in that path and you cannot not acknowledge his power.
Facts. Yeah.
And the power of him that lives within you. If you got that, you're gonna be fine. Everything gonna work out.
So let's talk about the big New York Fashion Week you just came. Well, how long ago was that? Like
I was there the 8th through the 15th. Okay. I was there for 7 days.
Man, I know you've been tapping in and out of it during the interview, but and you say y'all was at a celebration. When did you get the call during that celebration?
It was an email.
Oh, email. Okay, you got the email.
It was an email. Yeah. I didn't even want to open it. I gave it to my homegirl, Ashley Pittman, y'all. Asha Storm, shout out to you, boo. She has natural products. Y'all can follow her link. Her name is Asha Pittman on Facebook. ASHA Pittman. Stormy Styles on Instagram. Yes, I'm plugging her shamelessly.
Hey. Plug her. Let's go. Yeah. Plug it.
Yeah, but I was at her mom's birthday party and I was like, huh, you take it. I don't want to read it. Like, I'm nervous. My stomach is flipping. I'm just like, okay, read it. And she jumped up out of the chair screaming. She didn't have to say it. The energy let me know that was a yes. I just instantly tears just started streaming from my face. Like,
wow.
It was something that I had did and I hadn't told nobody about it.
Yeah.
That was one of those I had to keep to myself.
Yeah.
Because if I was gonna take that L, I was gonna take it in the corner by myself.
Yeah.
But like, it wasn't just my faith, just enough faith to fill out an application. Got me to New York because I put out after they accepted me, the deadline to pay the money, the first payment, which was $3,000, was 2 days later.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I didn't know how I was going to get that money because I did not have it.
Right.
But I said, you know what? I'm going to put on like some kind of like a GoFundMe type of thing. And I'm going to I sat in my mother's front yard with my legs crossed with that Queen Embodiment sign right there. Put my phone down and said, look, hi, Gary, Indiana.
Yeah.
I have been chosen, and I promise y'all, if y'all help me get there, I will not let y'all down. I'm gonna do my thing.
This right here, another coach, assistant coach, Coach Ivory. I don't know if she on here. We said we ain't too proud to beg, right? But she said, but especially when you begging with a purpose.
Ooh, come on.
Yeah, she
went there. That.
Yeah, begging with, she's like, oh no, it's not just regular beg. We begging with a purpose. So, man, so that you caught that blessing in 2 days.
In 2 days.
Wow.
In 2 days. I had some time to get the rest of it up. I was like, thank you. I'm talking about out here selling shirts, doing car washes, doing all types of stuff. Just like whatever I gotta do. Waist beads, whatever. I wanted it so bad. I wanted it as bad as I wanted my next breath. Okay. I cried. I'm sewing and crying. And, I don't want to get us, kicked out of here. But you seen like the TikToks and they be like, you doing a good job. You doing a good job. I'm literally singing that while I'm sewing with tears in my eyes. My best friend and my brother like, you got it, you good. But because it was like down to a wire. Yeah. It took so much. And people think that, because I may be able to do something quickly, like it's different, going into a room full of designers, buyers, magazine people, like, you know what I mean? You don't know who's here. You don't know who's going to see what you're doing. It's a different pressure. It was everything. So I'm just like sewing to that beat in my head. And I'm just like, I'm going to do this. I got this. I had to do self-motivation. I had to look at all of the vision board notes. And I had to, have those people, around me that gave me that good push, that energy. I needed that in the right times. And I was so grateful because that was that motivation, and just to be able to be there and experience.
So as soon as you touched down to New York, like, how did that feel? Like,
oh, we was lit before we got there because we drove. Me, my mom, and my sister. We was in that minivan, dancing, having karaoke.
How long was the drive?
Good time.
How long was the drive?
Oh, 13 hours.
13 hours, yeah.
13 hours. But it was so worth it. We got to bond. We got to laugh. Yeah. And I'm going to say it again. We got to cry. I know people like, she keeps talking about crying. People think I'm so, they call me Miranda. That's my nickname from The Devil Wears Prada. Because I like things to be done, a certain way.
Right. Okay.
But I'm such a softie and such a just lovable person for real in real life. Like, I may look stern, but if you talk to me, I'm gonna laugh and start smiling.
Oh yeah, you definitely keep that spirits high. Yeah, you definitely be lit.
Yeah,
man. So y'all get to New York, and so did you have to meet with anybody like?
So first day there, it was just like getting there because I got an Airbnb, so it's like getting there, finding where we're staying.
Right.
unpack, set up, because I got to pull all my garments out. I got to look at everything.
What
I
part
gotta
of
go
New
over
York
them.
was it in?
Huh?
What part of New York?
The show was in Manhattan.
Manhattan. Okay.
Yes.
I got you.
Yes. So the name of the company is called Flying Solo. And what they do is they literally represent independent brands.
Gotcha.
So I met people from California, people from New Orleans, just everywhere, literally everywhere, and
Right.
all of these designers, they created a package for us that actually marketed us in a beautiful way, from flyers to the interviews, the red carpet. They had everything set up already. So day one, before you even got there, you had your itinerary. You knew day one, this is drop off day. Day two, we coming in, we did interviews. Day two. Day three, we did fittings. Next day after that, was the fashion show, so everything was set and it was already scheduled and everybody had their times. It was very well put together, and it flowed really easily. It flowed really easily because I didn't realize it was 6 shows that day. What? It was 6 shows. Each show was an hour long.
Okay.
So they had all of these designers that they had to do every hour, get all of these garments on these models in and out. And I was just like, the rush of the backstage, like, I'm just like, I'm home. Like, I'm home. I love this.
Right.
That hustle and bustle. It was amazing. So.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I know that was big for you. Congratulations again on that. That's like huge, especially in the fashion realm. Like you see that on TV a lot. You be like, dang, like New York Fashion Week. That's a big deal. Like that's on your resume. Oh yeah,
it is. And then they also had the Met Gala that Monday.
Oh wow.
So, or was it that? No, it was that Monday because it was New York Fashion Week. Pretty much was that weekend, and then that Monday was the Met Gala there in New York as well. So it was so much going on in the city at the time. It was amazing, and it was such a great experience. I got to kind of do the tourist stuff, hit Times Square, go see the Eiffel Tower and all that good stuff. And I was blessed to actually be there on 9/11 to be at Ground Zero. That hit different.
Okay.
That one hit different because when you walk onto the grounds, it's almost like you can just feel it. All of the families, they were there, paying their respects and everything. Yeah. But at the same time, just to see like, people moving forward and, doing what they got to do to move, move past what had happened, that was the beautiful part.
Yeah.
And the place looked amazing from all of the flowers.
Okay, gotcha. Wow. Yeah.
So my favorite time was in Times Square. We got to see that was nice. That was fun.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's always fun to see things like
okay. Cool. So whether you see, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
No, I was listening to music in my head.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
y'all know I can't sit still. I'm always.
Okay. Whether you see, I want to say 5 years, but I'm gonna go a little bit lower than 5. Say 2 years. Where do you see Queen Embodiment? Do you see on the big screen in movies?
In 2 years. In 2 years, I see Queen Embodiment literally going all over the world, international. In 2 years, I see Queen Embodiment at Paris Fashion Week in 2 years. That's my goal.
Yeah.
The feeling of, oh, you made it to New York, bet it's Paris next. And then in 5 years, since you asked, It's
Mhm.
Milan after that.
Ooh.
So yes, Queen Embodiment will be in museums eventually. I'm claiming that. Queen Embodiment will be on the big screen. Queen Embodiment will be in music videos. I did a music video.
Mhm.
Swank, yes. Break Your Law. Y'all go look that up. All
Okay.
music platforms. It's a
Okay.
beautiful song, but I got to do that music video. And I plan on doing more. You know, I
Yeah.
want to do more. I'm not limiting myself in what I can do with Queen Embodiment because Queen Embodiment is made for the specific needs of who she's catering to.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yep.
I appreciate this interview. We got a couple more minutes. I appreciate you
Okay.
seriously. Like I say, man, y'all make sure y'all follow Queen Embodiment. I'm telling you, like she say, for the customs, and she can get you together. You know, she gonna give you a little wine.
Yes.
Wine, you know, y'all might cry,
So
but
y'all can find me on Instagram, okay? Type it in Queen Embodiment, Embodiment, Queen Embodiment, okay? Type that in, it's gonna pop up. You're gonna see a little white circle with a Q and an E with a crown on it. That's me. Go ahead, tap on it, hit the follow, you know, and just kind of like scroll, see some of my work. I'm getting ready soon to upload the video from Fashion Week because I have it now and some of the photos for Fashion Week, but we want to do a little bit, you know, of our own thing to it. And then, you know, it'll be uploaded soon. So y'all be on the
yeah.
lookout for that. I'm also working on King Embodiment. That
Oh no, you ain't. Oh
that's
man, let
that's
me write this
it's
down.
in the making. I can't
Okay.
give a date yet, but it's in the
Okay.
making. It's something I'm
Hey,
working on.
come on with it.
Um Also, you know, just I have wig show. Ooh, can you look up and see what day that wig show is on? It's in November. Look on my Facebook for me. Kiera. No, it's not under that. It's under Ninja. Look under Ninja Babe. She should have some stuff on there. So yeah, Ninja Babe, the Ninja Babe. I'm sorry, y'all.
Mhm.
The Ninja Babe is throwing a wig show in November, and I will be one of the designers for that show.
Okay.
So yeah, be on the lookout. I'll be posting new stuff. Kyma Harris on Facebook. Kyma, last name Harris, just like a regular old Harris, but find me on there. Come on and find me. Come see what I
Yeah.
got going on. Trick or
Right.
treat info is on there. My page is public. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Yeah.
You can find all types of information from people
Right.
that do nails. Shout out to the Girl Code. To people who do massages, Honeybee Beauty. I got some resources that's connected in the beauty industry. Flawless Color,
Mhm.
5 Styles by Stable, Hair by Diamond. I'm telling y'all, photographers, everything. What y'all
Yeah.
need?
Hey, I already know what
Contact.
time it is. Facts. All right. We just
Kevin Catino, shout out to you because you, baby, you helped me. That's the one person that I know from Gary, Indiana that made it to New York Fashion Week. And he gave me a speech like, you got this, before
mm,
I even went, you know. And
yeah.
he would text me like, how's everything going? Are you okay? You know, that meant a lot to me too. So
Yeah.
shout
Yeah.
out to you.
Dope.
My second to none. Hey y'all.
Yeah.
My family, everybody, literally Gary,
Yeah.
Indiana.
Okay. Yeah.
November 21st, y'all, is the day of the show. Thank you. November 21st is the day of the wig show. Is it the Pyramid? There we go. The Pyramid Business Incubator. Shout out to Sean and them over there.
Yeah, they
Um,
good people over there. I met them when I did
I
your
love them so
yeah,
much. Him and Chris.
yeah.
Oh my God, I love them so
Yeah,
much.
when I did your pop-up shop. Yeah, they was good
Oh
people.
yeah, and they just got married. So shout out to the
Okay,
newlyweds.
yeah,
Hey.
congratulations. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes, but
Right.
I was blessed. I was
Yeah.
blessed. This opportunity I could never put into words as to how grateful I am to have shown, how much motivation it's given me, how much honestly my business has picked up,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
just
Come on.
everything.
Yeah.
And the people, my circle, you got to have good people around you,
Yeah.
people that pray for you and not people that pray on you.
Ooh.
That is major.
That's it right there. That's
That is
it.
major. My circle, my family. I can't say that enough. My family. And by family, I do also mean my friends because they are family to me, you know.
Facts.
But
Facts.
I don't know. I just hope y'all proud of me because I didn't just do this for me.
You did it, man. You did it. You did it.
It was major too for me. Like in the bio, you'll also see that on my Facebook. It was major to me for it to say Queen Embodiment, Gary, Indiana, you know, because we have had a bad rap, you know, at a certain point, it was a bad rap.
Mm-hmm.
My city has so much good stuff going on. We have so many great children, so many talented people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I be in certain rooms and I just get like goosebumps just because of the energy and the people that are in the room.
Yeah.
I love it here. My hometown made me. And hey, y'all, we made it to New York.
That's big. We got to clap that one up. New York, New York. Man. So before we get out of here, can you give us give us a good word, some words of encouragement for anybody that's thinking about giving up? Queen Embodiment, Kyma Harris said that she went through a transition phase before she just got the biggest time. I mean, no, because you say you're going bigger than that. So she accomplished one of her goals.
It was the greatest opportunity, trust me, thus far.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it's the reason that I can say thus far.
Okay.
It's the reason I can say thus far. It's because I was awarded that opportunity. That let me know that don't limit yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Don't limit yourself. If you thinking big, go big. If you have something that you feel so much inside of you and you constantly thinking about it, whatever that is, I need you to lean into that. Lean into that. Get alone and think about it some more. Get alone and study it a little bit more. You know, because God not gonna let you move until you're ready to move. That's one thing I have learned. I've been wanting New York my whole life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That was a dream. That was literally a dream come true. I just had a post that popped up that said, I'm encouraged by my dreams that are becoming reality. That was 3 years ago, the first time I posted that. Here I am today, literally saying, I lived my dream. So whatever you feel in you, if you feel it that strong that you should move on it, move on it. Don't let nobody talk you out of anything. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not good enough. Don't let nobody tell you that, oh, that's too much, or how you gonna do that? Because that's another thing. Oh, you going to New York? That's the type, you know, sometimes those people can be around. How you think that's gonna happen? I didn't know. I did not care how it was gonna happen. I felt it in my spirit. That's what I wanted. And I used all my resources that were around me. I didn't have no big company, I didn't even get a loan, y'all. So let me just, I don't have any of that. This was literally blood, sweat, and tears, waking up every day crying before I even get out the bed, but still pushing through and understanding and knowing that I may be standing in the middle of the tunnel, but I'm not back where I started. And I can see the light starting to shine through. And as I kept going, the closer and closer I got, the closer and closer that light. And boom, now I'm out into the fresh air. And now I can breathe in a different light. And I feel that anybody who feels that you want something to happen, you don't know how it's going to happen, don't worry about that part. Keep pushing forward. Every single step is a step, whether you talk to somebody, whether you took a webinar, because I've done those. If you get free webinars, sometimes those will come across. Because, a lot of times, like what we search will pop up in our Instagram and our Facebooks, So me just looking for fashion shows, me looking for different things to get into.
Right.
It's how that popped up. So just my thing is, it's hard. And you gonna cry. And you gonna cry some more. And guess what? Next year, you're gonna look at that and be like, oh, I did that.
Yeah.
Oh, that happened. Oh, look how far I've come. Every step is a step. Every step is a step.
Facts. Y'all heard her. Hey, it's hard, but guess what, y'all? It's worth it. It's working.
It is.
So man,
It
stick
is.
with it, man. Hey, I want to thank Queen Embodiment, Kyma Harris. You been a blessing to the show. Hey, see, look, you got super support. That's what's up. I want to give a shout out to
that's
my
my friends
guy,
all the time.
Tom
It don't matter
Skinner,
where we at. They
for the
crazy.
mindset hack. At the Entrepreneur Get Life Mindset. Yeah, I'm gonna get Tom Skinner. He dope, man. They doing their thing over there. Mindset.
I
This
like
what
that.
we doing. And then I got my new collection coming.
Break your generational curses.
Oh yeah, I did it. You know.
You did that.
Oh yeah.
I broke a generational curse. I know that's right.
Yeah. So
come
hey,
on.
we coming. We coming. We coming.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you up. My favorite shirt of yours, that off on Sundays. I wear
that clothes on Sunday.
On Sunday. Don't ask me about that on Sunday.
mine is the why not wear positivity.
Oh yeah, that one.
Look, see, you got fans in the background.
Oh yeah. Hey, okay, it's up.
We love your stuff.
Hey, send some of that good energy my way. That's what I'm talking about. That's what's up. I appreciate y'all, man.
Yes. Look, get energy.
Yes. Oh man, this was a good one. I told y'all this was gonna be one for the books, man. I'm happy you accepted my invitation, and man, looking forward to working with you soon.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be
for y'all who do not know, it's Queen Embodiment, baby.
I'll see y'all next week. We out. All right, thank you.